Well, welcome to the Peace Channel. My name is Mel Lehman. I'm the director of Common Humanity, and Common Humanity is a nonprofit organization which seeks to build respect, understanding, and friendship between people here in the States, North America, and people in the Middle East. And one of the ways we do that is through art. Behind me, you will see some paintings from painters from Iraq, and the key is a painter from Gaza. So we bring paintings from the Middle East, that would be on my right. And here in the other part is the American part of my heritage, which is my Amish Mennonite American heritage. So we're visually in our studio trying to put those two parts of the world together. And today we have a particularly wonderful opportunity to meet an artist from Iraq. So welcome, Ahmed.
Thanks, Mel. First of all, I would like to thank you for having me here. It's my great pleasure actually to talk to you today. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk about my art. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, well, we have the very best on our program. And so you're in that top list of the really
Thank you so much.
So we're so great to have you. And we'll get to your art in a moment, but let's hear a little bit about you. Your name again is Ahmad Abdulrazzaq. You were born in Iraq in 1976 with diplomas of excellence from the Fine Arts Institute of Baghdad, and a BA, a Bachelor of Arts, in the Academy of Baghdad. You were an art teacher, and then you became a refugee. We'll hear about that. And that's where I met you. I met you in Damascus. Yeah, we go way back.
Exactly. Yeah. We have seen each other. Yeah. The first time was in Damascus, actually. I think in 2009, or I'm not sure exactly. But I think we have seen each other here in Chicago, if you remember.
Exactly, right.
2013, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still remember that time in Damascus at the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee. It was such a wonderful thing for me.
It's wonderful,
I came all the way from the States, and here I walk into a meeting room at the United Nations High Commissioner, and there's a wonderful group of painters sitting around waiting for me. I felt so honored, and you were a part of that. Well, in Damascus,
we too.
Yeah. In Damascus, you were exhibited at the Italian embassy. Your art was exhibited in the Italian embassy, in the Canadian embassy, and you have participated in 36 shows in various countries around the world. So we are indeed honored to have a distinguished guest. So thank you for coming. Let's take a look at, see if I can get my screen share to work here. I think it is. And let's get started. Here is the lovely graphic which you so kindly made for me. Thank you for that very nice graphic. The Peace Channel, yeah, that's us. And here is your name, Iraqi artist. And here's me going into Iraq. I took this picture in about the year 2000. That's the van. Because of the sanctions, I was a humanitarian worker. I've been to Iraq 6 times, and protesting the economic sanctions, which are so harsh, and they didn't have flight. The Pope flew in 2 days ago, yesterday, to Iraq, but in those days you had to drive in. Well, enough about me. Let's talk about this handsome man, which is you. Tell us about this picture. Yeah, this is in Baghdad.
No, yeah, it's in Baghdad, exactly. Yeah, actually here when I was handsome, actually.
You're still handsome. You're still handsome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I remember that moment exactly. You know, it was in 1999 when I was studying art, actually, Academy of Arts in University of Baghdad. You know, so yeah, it was like nice memories actually for us. You know, as an artist, we studied there. Then I think that picture, it was the time out, you know, because always me and my artist friends, we are going to specifically that place, you know, to having our coffee or tea, you know, to feel relaxed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so interesting actually.
Yeah, you look, in addition to looking handsome, you look relaxed and
attractive.
Yeah, you're
attractive.
a young artist here, getting started. Yeah. Well,
Thank you so much.
one more thing about me, but this is actually about you. I have been to Iraq 5 or 6 times, and once in 2002, just before the terrible, terrible, terrible US invasion, I led a team of doctors, and here we are. We had the presence of mind to take a photograph at the Ishtar Gate. So tell us a little bit about this. We have 3 photos of the great cultural heritage, which the Holy Father is visiting. He's visiting Ur, and I don't think he's made it to Babylon, but he's recognizing the great, wonderful historical heritage of your country. Tell us a little bit about that. Enough from me.
Actually, in 2005, I was like art history teacher in Syria, for 3 years. So I think I have enough experience to talk about Iraqi civilization, history, and heritage, So that place, actually, I know that place very well, just because I have been there, once, I think in 1995. Called Ashtar Gate. It's actually Ashtar Gate. It's one of the 8 gates in the Babylon city. So that's the number 8 was exactly. It's very interesting place actually, and so beautiful and nice environment there.
Right. A great, yes, I remember it well. Now the actual gate, sadly, has been taken by Europeans. Most of this is in Berlin.
Correct.
One of these lions, if you can see my cursor, one of these lions or whatever their beasts is in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. And there's a little bit in Chicago, but here is a great, great picture of the Iraq Museum.
Iraqi Museum. Yeah, exactly. Even that place, actually, I know that place very well because also I had been there once, I think before 2003. It's Iraqi museum. Actually, it's the oldest and the largest museum in Iraq. So it is in the center of Baghdad, actually, the capital. And I think it has many artifacts. It's like of the civilization of the Mesopotamia. So and I think it's contains like 5 or 6 sections in, I'm not sure exactly, something like that. Yeah, it includes like a big library related to Assyrian and Babylon and Sumerian civilization, plus kids museum, and there is many like great treasures of Nimrod kings and Ashurbanipal. Actually, there is a lot of high value things over there in the museum. Actually, it's very interesting. Yeah.
And this is Hammurabi.
Hammurabi's code, actually. Yeah. I think it has been made out of black stone, something like that. And I think it's contains like 282 laws. Hammurabi's kings, actually, he made it, and I think it's the one of the oldest deciphered writings of significance in the world. Yeah, and it includes actually like property rights and behavior and slavery and divorce, and as well as harsh punishment, to everybody goes against the law,
Yeah. Well, we have so many great things to thank Iraq for. Parts of the Bible, one of the 7 wonders of the world, as the Greeks counted them, was this: the Hanging Gardens.
Yeah, exactly. Even that place, actually, I think in 1995, when I went to the Babylon city to visit, so I went to 2 places. It's so close to Hanging Gardens of Babylon, actually. The Ashtar Gate and Hanging Gardens of Babylon, actually. So I think that place actually was like the first experience, in history, for farming, for vertical farming. Sorry, you know, it's just because at that times was like so difficult to watering transplant, you know, or to pushing or to getting the water up without any kind of meters or pumps, you know. So that's why it's considered like one of the seven wonders, actually.
And these days, we're talking, you mentioned vertical farming, which is farming on your roof. And this is the latest.
We have in Chicago here, I think so. They started.
Yeah, we're going to grow food on your roof and, you know, grow your.
I saw that.
You
Exactly.
guys in Iraq, you thought of this 3,000 years ago.
Correct.
You've been ahead of us by 3,000 years. Yeah.
But now yeah, exactly.
Well, let's take a look at your beautiful paintings.
Oh, yeah.
That's just prelude. Let's get to your beautiful art. And here you are in Damascus.
Correct. Yeah. I think that picture, it was like in 2009. We had like nice and beautiful exhibitions. And that exhibition actually has supported or organized by the Italian embassy, I think so. And the title of this exhibition actually, I think, called Roots. Roots, yeah. I think so, yeah. Yeah, it was like interesting.
And you and a million other Iraqi refugees from about the year 2005 for several years were in Damascus. And
exactly.
Here is also a picture of you in Damascus.
Here is in Damascus too, actually. Yeah, here actually, I think it's beside the Umayyad Mosque. It's big mosque in the center of Damascus, actually.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that moment. So yeah, it's just because always, I mean, me and my friends, we were going to all the mosques,
right,
you know, to change the environment, you know. So yeah, so interesting. Actually.
Some of your beautiful paintings. I love your work. Just so gorgeous. Tell us about this this painting here. What does it say in Arabic?
Here, actually, I use. By the way, in 2009, actually, I have did my third solo exhibition, freehand gallery in Damascus. You know, so that's the painting was one of them. Actually, I use here like abstract style, you know, with the type of old Arabic calligraphy called Al-Kufi. So Al-Kufi actually at that time it was like just letters without dots or something. Here without meaning, actually just like something. Yeah, I mean, you know, abstract with. I just try to mix between the old style, Iraqi style, regarding our civilization with the new styles, actually, you know. So it looks like a coin, you know. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I love it. It's just so wonderful. And here,
it's one of my favorite paintings I have did in all my life, actually.
Yeah, no, I love this one. And we started with one of my favorites here. Here's another one of my favorites. I put both of these wonderful paintings together. Is this a verse you can read, or is this abstract as well?
Yes, actually, this with meaning, actually. It's also abstract style. I have did this painting, I think, in 2008, you know. Yeah, it's here like the calligraphy, it says, looks like to ask the God to increase my knowledge, you know, something like that. You know? If you take a closer look to that detail deeply, I mean, you can see like some of Sumerian vocabularies, you know, something. I mean, I just want to mix with the calligraphy with something. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And calligraphy is such an important part of the Middle East.
Of course.
Many verses of the Quran, the Holy Book. So calligraphy, you are using here what is so widespread and beloved in the Middle East, and it's very beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, it's very interesting.
This is more from your trip before you got to the States. This is in Europe. Yeah,
here exactly in Romania. I think it was in 2013, you know, so yeah, it was like You know, just like when I left Syria, actually, I went to Romania just like to looking for the safety place, you know, because you know the situation of the war at that time, it was like so bad, unfortunately. So yeah, we went to Romania to get better there to protect ourselves. Yeah, actually, and by the way, Romania, it's very beautiful country, actually.
Yeah.
I really love it, you know. It's very peaceful, nice people, friendly, helpful, you know. But I think there's something more interesting, or the best things I have seen in Romania, actually. They have a lot of churches there, you know, so beautiful church.
Yeah, yeah.
If you go, yeah, so sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Here is another one of your beautiful paintings, which are for sale, incidentally. Those of you in our viewing audience, if you have a pen and pencil, you can get in touch and check about buying these beautiful paintings. This one is for sale. Commonhumanity.org. There's a page there for contact up at the top, and we'll tell you more. But what a beautiful painting. This is yet another one of my, I have many favorites. This is another favorite.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
What does it say? This has a specific message, as I recall.
Actually, I remember I have did this painting, I think in 2014 here in Chicago, you know. And I think it's still with you now.
Yes, yes.
Right, yeah, exactly. It's just a, you know, abstract way with the names of the god. I use like type of nice calligraphy. Yeah, so I think, you know, sometimes actually I use like, I'm using like different kind of style, you know. I have never like stick in one way or style. Always I am researching for the new ways, you know.
Yeah.
If I consider, like, for example, if I consider myself as a professional artist, I have to do like many styles because I don't want to be like limited creative, or, you know, because me and the people, they're going to feel boring, you know, if you do the same style, believe me. So yeah, this is your job as an artist. You have to do something new all the time. Search it. One time, for example, I used the calligraphy, one time landscape, you know, many styles actually. But I really love this painting.
Yeah. And how do you get your inspiration? Do you sit when you begin a painting? Do you have it all in your head exactly how it's going to happen, or does it come to you as you go?
You know, to be honest with you, you know, sometimes before I started painting, you know, I just like listening to the classical music, you know, especially the Mozart composer. It's inspired me actually. So sometimes actually I know what I am going to do in my paintings, you know, something affected me, but sometimes no, actually, just like painting, like playing with the colors, you know, and when I catch the head of it, actually, I'm gonna count on it, you know. But I always using my imagination, actually.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love this. And we have a poster of this. If anybody out there would like to help support our artist, this is one of the beautiful posters that you can purchase. Whole different style. Tell us about this.
Oh, here, I think I have did this in 2019, I think. So it's oil and canvas. I think it's 1 feet by 1 feet, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, actually, this painting, I was speaking with all the refugees at the war, you know, just because I live them hard circumstances, you know, already as a refugee. So I know what they feel, you know.
Yeah.
And if you take a closer look to the face features, you know, you can see like it's super dramatic and dark, you know. But I think it is sincere, you know, just because it comes from my heart, you know, honestly.
And something we said a minute ago, which I didn't quite get as clearly as I did a minute ago, that you were a refugee twice. You were a refugee from Iraq because of the fighting. And again, whenever I speak at some heart with an Iraqi, I say I apologize. I mean, the United States invasion of your country was just so horrible, such a terrible mistake. And I personally apologize. So you
Yeah.
fled from that into Syria, and then you fled from Syria to Romania.
Yeah,
So
exactly. In 2004, when I leave my country, actually, the situation in Iraq in that time, specifically in that time, 2004, it was like so. But who knows what's going to happen in the future. So actually, I'm always, I want to do my art. So I just made a decision to traveling to different country. Actually, then I choose Syria. It's just because it's close to us, and I think it's just because it's same tradition, same food, same language. It's more easiest to me actually. Then it wasn't like a difficult or hard life. I think it was like easy to me actually.
well,
Yeah.
I'm very, very sorry that you became a refugee, but I am glad that when you regrettably became a refugee, you went to Syria, because that was the way I met you. I met you
Yeah.
in Syria. So
Yeah, Syria, it's a beautiful country, believe me.
yeah, yeah. And I'm so happy that we met there and that we've been friends, wonderful friends, and a beautiful painter.
We too.
Another very interesting style here. Tell us about this style.
Here, I think in 2019, I have this painting. It's acrylic on canvas, actually, probably 1 feet by 1 feet. Actually, here I use like cubism figure style. Like I said, always I'm researching for new things.
Yeah.
Yeah, here is the title of actually it's childhood. Childhood. I think everybody has like nostalgia, to the past, to that them childhood, or especially in this time with hard circumstances, hard life, so always people they are going to remember them childhood.
Yeah.
I believe it was like more easiest, more nicer than now actually.
Yes.
Yeah, with like some of toys, animals, like our memories childhood actually.
Exactly. Well, we are seeing so many beautiful pictures, but we're slipping towards the half-hour point. We have
All
a
right.
chance for some questions too. Those of you
Okay.
out there, you can send us a question, but let's keep looking at your wonderful art in the meantime. This
Yeah.
is from Chicago, period?
Yeah, exactly. This is, I think, 2019. It's the name of it. It's like imagination, just like, I use like oil on canvas. You can see on the right side, like small statue with river, grass, trees, something like that. It's something I imagine already, So yeah.
Yeah. Now, another whole part of your work has been its use in theater. And this is a play and a sage, and your paintings were chosen to be part of the set. Tell us a little bit about this. This is the Goodman Theater in Chicago, which is a distinguished major theater, and there's your paintings in the set.
Exactly. Yeah, this was my first like performance participation here in Chicago. I think in 2017. Yeah, the name of this play it's Yasmina's Necklace. Actually, it was very interesting play actually that I have did like in the part of the seat my paintings in the stage with calligraphies. So it was like very interesting. So this is the first participation to me in the Chicago actually.
Yeah. And you held a calligraphy workshop. You held 2 calligraphy workshops in which you taught people the basics of how to use beautiful Arabic letters as works of art.
Yeah, here I think it's 2017. I did my first workshop. I think it's Alice Education Center here in downtown Chicago. So it was very interesting actually, especially the 10 days. They came like too many people. So my workshop, it was like big surprise to me actually. So yeah, actually I taught them the Arabic calligraphy, and actually they were motivated by the desire, to learn something from the Arabic calligraphy. And even me, actually, I was like enthusiastic about that.
And if anybody in our audience would like to think about a Zoom calligraphy class? Could you give them that, help
Yeah,
out? Yeah, you're in Chicago, but through Zoom?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I am available actually to do that.
Oh,
Any
that'd be
workshop
great.
in the future.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's another painting from your Chicago period.
Yeah, here actually oil on canvas. I have did this painting 1 feet by 1 feet. Yeah, I think it's just because here we have like super and beautiful nature in Chicago and landscaping.
Mhm.
So this is from my imagination actually. So
Yeah.
sometimes you see like nice something out, and yeah, this is my recently style actually. Like I said, I will always like to change my style.
Right. So
Exactly.
it's dealing with your quarantine. You're stuck in your apartment because of the pandemic. You
Exactly.
travel out with your imagination. This
Yep.
is the calligraphy class, which we saw a minute ago. There they are lined up and happy to be learning calligraphy.
Yeah, here actually, I think in 2018, I have this workshop at the Bacon Academy here in Illinois. It's a private academy actually, so it was very interesting actually, you know. And I was so happy, so fun. It was like so fun, and actually we were like discussed about the many things in the Arabic calligraphy, like how many types of calligraphy we have, what's the difference between the Arabic and English calligraphy, and how many alphabets we have in English and Arabic. It was like interesting actually.
Yeah, yeah. And once again, your beautiful art there in the background is used in the stage setting of a play. And this is just say a bit about this, if you would.
Here actually, I think in primary stage at Kane University in New Jersey in 2019, I think so. Yeah, actually, same place, Yasmina's necklace. But this is the second shows actually different actors, but same place, same story, Then I have did like two paintings, if you see it, the wall behind the casting, So
And this is a
I'm
play
so glad.
by Rohina Malik.
Actually, yeah, Rohina Malik, she's Pakistani writer, so she did wrote this play,
Right.
in two places, Chicago and New Jersey.
And we're going to have her on the Peace Channel in about 2 months. So I'm happy to.
I'm happy about that too. Yeah, this picture actually it was in 2019 with my friends Kim Scholl and Rohina Malik. Rohina Malik, she's Pakistani writer. She's very creative writer actually, and actually all my participations here in Chicago and my art activities just because of her actually.
Yeah.
So I'm really feel so grateful to her.
Yeah.
Even Kim actually. She had did a lot of positive things to me. So I'm so glad actually. I'm proud to have friends like them. I just was hosted by them actually in that place.
Right. Well, we will have her on our Peace Channel in the I believe it's the third week of May. It will be in May. This is a pandemic painting that once again you're in your apartment, but you travel through visualizing, and it's behind you there, and you're right behind you, and where we're seeing you, right behind you there.
Exactly. Yeah, this painting actually I use like acrylic on canvas. It's in the beginning of the pandemic time actually. People they were like staying home all day. But yeah, so sometimes actually when I sitting beside my window to having my coffee or something, I just like see like it's like abnormal
Right.
environment, So I just like I just try to actually to mix between the village environment with the city because Chicago is always busy city, and that times was so peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are nearing the end of our half hour, and see if we have any questions. We have one or two more paintings. This is another pandemic painting.
Yeah, it's like a landscape,
Yeah, yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Another beautiful landscape from your pandemic period.
Recently, I have did this. It's small size actually, like maybe 15 inch by 10 inch, something like that. I use acrylic on canvas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for more information, commonhumanity.org. If you have a pencil, jot it down, visit us. You can contact Ahmed through that number. We have a wonderful comment from Carla, who says, your work is gorgeous. Amen to that. Let's wrap things up. Regrettably, we have just about out of time here. Anything that we didn't cover? We have a tradition on our program of asking everyone the same question. What can we do for peace? You're a person who has lived through wars. You've been a refugee twice. We desperately need peace. What is something that we could do for peace?
Let's say without peace, actually, it will be impossible for us to learn or to create something, so, and I think no peace makes your mind vulnerable to everything around you. But what we can do for peace, I think there is many positive things, but I think it's most important things to me actually to coexistence between the religions and to respect for minorities, without disunion or any kind of discrimination, especially in the hot spots,
Exactly. Well, you are saying a very similar message to what I believe the Pope is saying exactly at this moment in Iraq. Mm-hmm. That's his basic message. So you and the Holy Father are on the same page.
Yeah. So the most important is to coexistence. That's the most important.
Well, Ahmed, you've done such a great job of helping us to appreciate a faraway part of the world, and I feel closer to you. We've been friends for over a decade, and I'm so glad that we're friends, and the beautiful paintings that you have, and I'm so grateful.
Thanks so much. Actually, I just want to say big thanks to you, because you were a great supporter for us in Syria and even here in the United States, actually, by doing the exhibition. So really, we are appreciative about that.
Yeah. Well, there was that moment in my life when I suddenly realized I had this remarkable opportunity in the United Nations office in Damascus, and you were there and other artists, that we could bring this and we could build some understanding. And I'm so grateful that we have it.
Of course.
So thank you for being on our show today. Again, to get in touch with Ahmad Abdulrazzaq, go to commonhumanity.org. We could use some contributions. It takes some money to run our organization. If you'd like to make a contribution to Common Humanity, there's a donate page there. If you would like to buy one of Mr. Ahmed's paintings, they're beautiful. There's a couple for sale right behind them. They're gorgeous. We'll give you details of that. We have a poster. We have some note cards. Thank you so much for being with us. You've been a great guest, and I love your art, and I'm so glad we're friends. God bless you, and have a wonderful day.
You too.
To our audience, come back. In 2 weeks, we're talking about a new book by the Reverend Dr. Andrew Ashdown, who is a very activist priest, Anglican priest, and he's written a brand new book about the coexistence, as we've been talking, between Muslims and Christians in Syria. So a very interesting meeting in 2 weeks. Thank you, Ahmed. Have a wonderful rest of the afternoon.
Thank you so much. Glad to see you again.
Great to work with you. All right. Thank you so much.
Have a good day. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.